everybody, how's it going? I want to talk about how, for some odd reason, and it may be due to the internet, when it comes to young people today, there has been a shift. And I'm talking about financial and class. We have individuals and these TV shows like TLC and all that, where these kids, some of these young people, have reached instant fame. And now you have these young men and women, and one in particular, Piper Raquel, who was a YouTuber internet sensation, and she was a teen, and all of a sudden now she's doing OnlyFans and made $2 million in 24 hours. And so, can you imagine being from a middle class family, like how some of us were raised, into having more money than your parents could have ever imagined, and you're out on your own in your multi-million-dollar home while your parents are still living in a rural area in a $200,000 house, only because it's gone up in value over 20 years. And so now you have these sons and daughters who were raised within their means and had all their needs met. They had they had an education, food, clothes, etc., roof over their head, and they had the heat in the air and all that. And all of a sudden they marry into a family of old money. And old money means it was passed down from generation to generation. And all of a sudden, you find that you're not good enough, or your kids are embarrassed of you. And you're thinking, what the heck do I do? When all of a sudden you as a grandparent can afford to buy coloring books and Barbies, and the other grandparent is giving them a ride on Jeep. So all of a sudden your son or daughter pulls away from you because their upbringing is a stain and not something to be proud of. I don't know what to do. I mean, in my own family, and this is just an example. I didn't walk a mile in my sister's shoes, but I have a younger sister who married into a wealthy family. We're talking old money. And so you could tell there was kind of a shift. It's just the way it was. My sister then ended up wearing designer clothes and, whatever. She had whatever. That's fine. If you can afford it, that's great. But at her wedding, my dad, I had to take care of him because he was sick with his drinking. And so he didn't look the best. He didn't look healthy. And so not only was I in charge of taking care of him, he was only allowed, I think, for the ceremony, because at the reception they were going to have alcohol and they were worried about us drinking, I think. I mean, this is so many years ago. But I don't think my sister got pictures of her and my dad at the wedding. I don't know. I just remember it being kind of embarrassing or whatever. I mean, it was tough. It was a tough situation. So anyways, this whole situation is nothing new, where a son or daughter marries into a family that has means. But with the rise of fame and the instant money and the lottery going on through reality shows and this and that, I don't know what to tell you. If your kids are embarrassed of you, that's on them. That's not on you. Know that you did your best. And there's nothing else you could have changed and nothing else you should change. If you can afford a used car, that's fine. If you can't afford more, it's no big deal. You don't have to fit into someone else's narrative. You just continue being yourself. If they want to come back around, that's fine. But don't put them up on a pedestal because they make more money or because they have greater means now today. You just hang out with people who understand you, and that's all there is to it. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I will be back.